He insisted there was no way Trevisan could be adverse to us because we weren't a party to the case. He argued that only defendants and plaintiffs in the same case could be adverse to one another. Therefore, we didn't have any grounds to ask them to step away. For many, the words lawyer and ethics are mutually exclusive. As we all know, lawyers have become the brunt of countless jokes. What's the difference between a lawyer and a jellyfish? One is a spineless, poisonous blob. The other is a form of sea life. Why won't sharks attack lawyers? Professional courtesy. This disrespect was mostly reserved for ambulance chasers with one-room offices and strip malls, not Ivy League attorneys in glass towers in Midtown Manhattan. I was surprised that Baker Hostetler, a firm that had been around since 1916, with clients like Ford and Microsoft, would conform to this lowest stereotype. Rules against attorneys who step out of line are explicit, however, and it doesn't matter whether they operate out of strip malls or offices in Manhattan. If Baker Hostetler wasn't going to recuse themselves, then we would make sure the rules forced them to. On December 6th, we filed a complaint with New York's Attorney Grievance Committee, the body that polices lawyers' conduct, laying out how John Moscow and Baker Hostetler had switched sides. It was one thing for them to try to snow job us with legalese, but another for them to be scrutinized by the Grievance Committee and risk punishment up to and including disbarment. It would be much easier for them just to walk away from Trevisan. But once again, Baker Hostetler surprised us. They responded to the Grievance Committee by repeating their previous spin from the letter to us. But they went further, claiming they were not engaged by Hermitage to trace the proceeds of the stolen $230 million and identifying beneficiaries of this fraud. When I read this, I thought they'd backed themselves into a corner. We had copies of the subpoena requests to the U.S. banks that John Moscow had drafted specifically looking for the $230 million. This was as clear-cut as you could get. There was no way they could squirm out of this. All we needed was a hearing. Only we didn't get one. Throughout the whole winter and leading into the spring of 2014, we didn't receive any response from the Grievance Committee. When I complained to a lawyer friend in New York about the delay, she said, the committee has, what, half a dozen people to police every dirty lawyer in New York? You know how many scumbags we have in the league?